everyone, it is me, BDB, and I'm here to show ye the anime schedule of winter 2022. I'll let you know what I'll be watching and what the hell I definitely won't be watching. So, let's jump right into it. So how about we start off with an anime that somehow got a season 2 even though season 1 was absolute trash. I had to drop that anime because it was so bad, so awful. And I love isekai anime, but oh god. Arifureta from Commonplace to World's Strongest got a second season. I really don't know why. I'm so lost on why it got a second season. I don't even know how the hell it got greenlit to even get a freaking anime. But there you go. I don't know if the manga is any better, but god, this was an awful anime. I think I got like 4 episodes in and went, nah, I'm okay. I'm alright. And so, our 16 days, 23 hours, 52 minutes to the episode 1 coming out raw, which is just Japanese, no subtitles or anything. And it'll be released January 13, 2022. So, if you do enjoy this anime, good for you. I hope you enjoy the second one. Transported to another world and left behind by his former friends, Hajime had to make his rise from Little Rock Bottom. Didn't he eat dirt down there as well? I'm not saying like I wouldn't do anything to survive, just can't remember much about it. I just tried to blank that freaking anime out. It was in the labyrinth where he strengthened his weak magic and found several beautiful allies. Now, after saving his classmates, he ventures for Erizin to escort Mew and her mother. He'll fight and defeat anyone he has to in order to find a way home, including a god. Wow. Anime tracking to watch. I will not be watching this. Definitely not. Now, I think if you're gonna watch an anime, you're gonna watch it for the story. You're gonna sit there with your popcorn and you're gonna be munching away. I'm not too sure if you're gonna have popcorn in your hand for World's End Harem. Are you really going to have popcorn in your hand? Are you really going to be following the story? You sure there's not going to be something else in your hand instead and you're going to be flicking through to the best parts? What is World's End Harem about? There's not a clue in there in the title at all. Not at all. No. The time is near future Tokyo, Japan in 2040. Rito, a young man suffering from an intractable disease, vows to reunite with his childhood friend Erisa and decides to cold sleep to cure her illness. I thought it was his illness. When he wakes up 5 years later, the world was undergoing a major transformation. The MK, male killer virus, 99.9% of men on the planet. The ground was a super harem with 5 billion women for every 5 men. Did I read that properly? Was that English right? To cure her illness. Yeah, it's his illness. Alright, I know you're probably wondering why I'm not on Mal, because Mal doesn't have the English names of the anime. And I have the English names. And also, it tells you exactly when it's coming out. Like, we all know episode 1 came out on October 8th, which I did give a quick went through it. Didn't have anything in my hand besides my phone. But I won't be watching this. Not my type of thing. If I want to watch something like this, I'm just gonna say I'll watch hentai that has a good plot. Why not? It's the exact same thing. It's just a hentai. That's all this is. It's just a hentai with a story plot. And it will be out January 7th, 2022. It will have 11 episodes. Oh, there's a manga of it, of course there's no surprise. Was I harsh on the first 2? Maybe. But I'm not gonna stop because the third one I actually dropped after the first season, and that was quite a few years ago. That being Attack on Titan Final Season Part 2. And it just says the second part of Shingeki no Kyojin, the final season, which is out January 9th, 2022, which will have 12 episodes. How come, the whole final season thing is now being part 1, part 2, part 1, part 2? Seasons are getting season 1, part 1, season 1, part 2. What's up with all that? I actually genuinely don't know. Maybe it's because studios, especially like MAPPA, are taking on too much. And of course we know at MAPPA, their working conditions aren't fantastic, and yet they're going to be doing about 4 or 5 animes next year. I really feel for their animators. So, this is an anime that I haven't heard of. It's not a second season, it is a first season. It is The Strongest Sage with the Weakest Crest. His strength limited by the magical crest with which he was born, Vantias, the world's most powerful sage, decides reincarnation is necessary to become the strongest of all. Upon his rebirth as a young boy, Vantias is thrilled to discover he's been born with the optimal crest for magical combat on his first try. Unfortunately, the world he's been born into has abysmally poor standards when it comes to magic, and everyone thinks he's still marked for failure. Now it's up to Vantias to prove everyone wrong. World's strongest sage style. Alright, that is an isekai, so yep. It's an action adventure comedy fantasy isekai, and it is out January 8th. That doesn't seem too bad. It'll get probably 12 episodes. It doesn't actually say how many episodes. It's done by JC staff. It doesn't say how many episodes, no. This anime, yeah, I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a shot, definitely. I really enjoy my isekais, maybe a bit too much. Like, I came in, when I started watching anime, the isekai genre wasn't as full as it is now. I started watching it now, nowhere, just seeing isekais were coming left, right, center, up, down, everywhere. And when I said isekais were, being full, I wasn't joking, because here's another one for you. She professed herself pupil of the wise man. Going by the name DonGlees, he's known across the land of this virtual world, but one night before bed, Kagami uses an in-game vanity case that's about to expire, opting to create his ideal version of a female DonGlees avatar for fun. Waking up, he's surprised to find that he's now in the body of the avatar he created the night before, and he'll have to work his way from the bottom up. So he's a young dude playing an old dude who is now playing a young girl who is still that old dude. Isekai into a video game, which I don't mind to do a video game. Again, like I said, I enjoy my isekai, so I will give it a shot. Just so you know, like, oh my gosh, she's so cute. But she's also an old guy that's actually that cute girl and everything, and you're kind of like, It's like, oh my god, am I attracted to old guys? As long as they're dressed up as cute girls, maybe. Kawaii. That will be out January at some point. There's no date given, so I'd say probably the later end of January. It is an adventure fantasy, and it is done by Studio A-Cat. I don't know anything that they do. Well, there's not much to go on with this one. How a Realist hero rebuilt the kingdom part 2. I haven't watched part 1 yet. I don't know what it's about. I do have to watch part 1 for definite. I think it came out this year. But yeah, it'll be out January 8th. Next year? Yeah, it is next year. So, that's all I know about it, and it's been done by JC Stuff, and it's another isekai. The isekai fans are eating well next year, and the isekai train don't stop. In the land of Ladale. Due to a terrible accident, Kianai Kagami is forced to live on life support in order to survive. The only way for her to be free is within the VR MMORPG LiQWYD. One day her life support stops functioning and Kiana loses her life. But when she wakes up, she finds herself in the world of Laydale 200 years in the future. She is now the half elf Kenya. Kenya? Kenya. Who possesses lost skills and OP statuses and becomes closer to the other inhabitants of this world. But among those inhabitants happen to be the children she made in the character creation. A very chill adventure filled with laughter and tears about a girl who transferred into a game world and her very unique friends is about to begin. Ooh, that looks good. That sounds very interesting indeed. They're a very different way of getting into an isekai. I know, I was like, oh, but she died and everything, but it's dying and going into a game. I don't know other ones have done that. Of course, we all know, isekais into games, isekais to different worlds. Oh, hit by truck and all that kind of stuff. This is different. Again, it is an isekai. I don't mind. I love isekais. It's gonna be great. January 5th. Oh boy, day after my birthday. Bit of a late birthday gift, but that's alright. It's being done by Maho Film. And now, the isekai train has come to a stop, and we are now here with the Genius Prince's Guide to raising a nation out of debt. It ain't easy being a genius. Don't I know? Prince Wen is ready to commit treason, and who can blame him? Faced with the impossible task of ruling his pathetic little kingdom, the poor guy just can't catch a break. But with his brilliant idea of auctioning off his country, the lazy prince should be able to retire once and for all. Oh, that was a plan. Until his treasonous schemes lead to disastrous consequences, namely accidental victories and the favor of his people. Source, Yen Press. That will be out January 11, 2022. It is a comedy and fantasy? Fantasy comedy. Very good. Who does not love to laugh? To laugh is to get stress off of you. And anime comedy is just... it's peak. It's peak. That sounds interesting. Definitely gonna be giving this a shot, of course. And now, we have My Dress Up Darling. Alright. Traumatized by a childhood incident with a friend who took exception to his love of traditional dolls, doll artisan hopeful Gojo Wakana passes his days as a loner, finding solace in the home economic room at his high school. To Wakana, people like beautiful Kitagawa Marin, a trendy girl who's always surrounded by a throng of friends. I was about to say something else. Is practically an alien from another world. But when cheerful Marin, never one to be shy, spots Wakana sewing away one day after school, she barges in with the aim of roping her quiet classmate into her secret hobby, cosplay. Well, Wakana is wounded harpy able to handle the invasion from this sexy alien. Oh my god, she's a sexy alien. Oh babe. It is an ecchi romance school seinen slice of life. The fuck's a seinen? Seinen just means it's aimed at an age group between 18 to 30 and can, well, go up to older males. It'll be out January 2022. It is done by Cloverworks, who also do Horimiya. Horimiya was freaking unreal. That doesn't mean My Dress Up Darling is going to be, but I'm totally going to give it a shot. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. The case study of Vantias 2, the second cur of Vantias no Carte, January 14, 2022, 12 episodes. I don't know about the first one. It's my first time even hearing of it, so I'm guessing it's done by Studio Bones. It is being done by Studio Bones. It is, yes. So I'll give it a look. Studio Bones do pretty well and everything, so it looks interesting. What? Let's see. Drama, fantasy, historical. Oh, vampire, shonen, supernatural. That does seem interesting. So if you haven't seen the first one, maybe just knowing the tags might help. Maybe you've never even heard of it at all, like me. So I'll look at the first few episodes of the first one, and if I enjoy it, I'll keep going, and then we'll get on to season 2. Princess Connect Redive 2, season 2. Of course, I don't have anything to go off because I haven't watched it yet. I think I have it somewhere on my hard drive. January 10th, 2022 is when it's coming out. Source video game. Isn't it just like a mobile game, I think? It's done by JC Staff. No, it's done by Cygames Pictures. It's action, adventure, comedy, fantasy. No more season 2s for a bit. We're on to one called Orient. At age 10, best friends Musashi and Kojiro sat in excited silence as Kojiro's father spun tales of evil demons who preyed on the innocent and the warriors who defeated them. Practicing swordplay, the two swear an oath to become the strongest in the world. But as they grow up, Kojiro turns cynical and Musashi comes to the realization that he can't overturn 150 years of demon rule on his own. He's being called a prodigy with a pickaxe, and he's almost ready to settle into a life of labor. Yet he can't shake the feeling that he still has a responsibility to act. Still has a responsibility to act. And soon, the injustices of his world will force his hand. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Very interesting indeed. So we know two of the characters, Musashi and Kojiro. Kojiro seems to turn into a dick. It is an action, adventure, comedy, fantasy, shonen, and done by Studio ACGT. Again, never even heard of them. January 5th, 2022. And if you want to read the manga, you can, because there is one. That's always a great thing about it. Because who knows what they're going to leave out, as every studio does, but we'll be giving this one a look out for definite. It's not next week, is it? Oh wow, it is. Yeah, next week. Bloody hell! This Saturday is going to be 2022. Wow! This one doesn't have the English name on it. Darn. Fantasy Bisoujo Junkyo Ojisan 2. I think that's the old man who becomes a fantasy girl. I think that's what it's called. A dull old man and his handsome best friend were summoned to another world by a naked goddess. Okay. However, because of the goddess's mischief, he has turned into a peerless, beautiful girl. To get back his body, he has to go on a journey with his best friend to defeat the Demon King, an old man that becomes a beautiful girl. I was right. And a handsome old man. Let the madness-filled rom-com journey in another world begin. January 10th, 2022, and nope, doesn't say anything about how many episodes. It's done by Studios OLM. Do Japanese men find it fun turning into a woman? Just curious. Do Japanese men maybe dress up as women in their spare time without their wives knowing? Second anime I've read out, and it does happen quite a bit. That man turns into a woman. Then again, can you really blame when women are better looking creatures than us ugly fucks? I'm just saying. Kurashi Eye! Love of Kill. Two assassins face off. The cool bounty hunter Chatya and the mysterious and powerful Ryangha. Chatya and Ryangha become enemies after this fight. At least they should have. But for some reason, Ryangha takes a liking to Chatya and begins following her around. Excuse me. Became enemies after this fight. Is it friends? Oh, wow, brain. Little by little, Chia develops a cooperative partnership with Riang Ha, which gets her caught up in the struggle against the organizations hunting him down. Furthermore, the battle is related to her past as well. Two mismatched assassins weave together a twisted assassin thriller. The strange gears of fate begin to move. Note, the first episode had an early premiere at Anime New York City 2021. It is action, just say psychological romance, and it's done by Platinum Vision. Right, well, I had to look up what the Jose tag was, and it was just like the Senyan tag, but for women instead. So, but, well, then again, if you got like Devil's Line in here with, oh, don't tell me that. Yeah, Devil's Line, definitely not for me. God, I found that crap. But who knows, I might try this. It's worth giving every anime at least 1 to 3 episode shot. That's what I always do. Between 1 to 3 episodes, if I'm not invested in some way, or there's something that's really put me off between the 1 to 3 episodes, I'll just drop it. That's my thing. I don't want to waste time of getting into 12 episodes and go, oh my god, that was absolute trash. And I watched all 12, 24 episodes of it. Not my thing to do. And it is out January 12, 2022. And another anime I have not seen yet. I don't think, no, I haven't, definitely not, no. The regular Magical High School Reminiscence arc. Looking at Miyuki and Tetsuya now, it might be hard to imagine them as anything other than loving siblings, but it wasn't always this way. A few years ago, Miyuki was always uncomfortable around her older brother. The rest of the family treated him no better than a lowly servant, even though he was the perfect guardian, watching over Miyuki while she lived a normal middle school life. But what really bothered her was that he never showed any emotions or thoughts of his own. However, when danger comes calling during a fateful trip into Okinawa, their relationship as brother and sister will change forever. Oh my god, it's gotta be incest, isn't it? God, I hope not. Or do I? It is action romance sci-fi supernatural, done by Studios 8-Bit, and it will be coming out winter 2022, unknown month. Fair enough. I do have to actually watch the regular at Magical High School. It's not a low tier anime or a high tier anime. It seems to be mid tier. Like, people know of it, don't really talk about it, kind of thing. Some do, some don't. It's just floating around. So I'll get around to it when I get around to it. We have Requiem of the Rose King. Richard, the ambitious third son of the House of York, believes he is cursed, damned from birth to eternal darkness. But is it truly fate that sets him on the path to personal destruction, or his own tormented longings? Based on an early draft to Shakespeare's Richard III, Aya Kano's dark fantasy finds the man who could be king standing between worlds, between classes, between good and evil. That will come out January 9th, 2022, and it is done by JC Staff. Genres are action, drama, historical, social, and supernatural. And I'm looking at it and I'm reading it and I'm thinking I would give it 1 episode. Just 1 episode to see if I'd be interested. Don't think it'd be something that I'd be too particularly wanting, you know? But who knows? Now, this anime I dropped because I didn't really think if I'd started watching it when I was younger, possibly. I don't know what year it came out, but at least if I started watching it a few years ago when it first came out, then probably I would have still been watching it. But TZ Master Takagi-san 3, yeah, I don't know. It's a bit weird, yeah. Because I watched Nagatoro. And Nagatoro is like this, but a bit more. I would think. But I have no interest in this, but I got through all of Nagatoro, and I actually really enjoyed it. So maybe I should give Teasing Master Season 1 a chance again, possibly. It'll be out next month, again I guess near the mid to end of January. Comedy, romance, school, slice of life, studio, Shin-E Animation is the studio that does it. We have Rust Eater Bisco. A plague like wind blows across the arid, sandy expanse of post-apocalyptic Japan. As it sweeps over the living and non-living alike, rust is all that remains in its wake. The cause of the catastrophic state of the world is believed to be mushroom spores. Bisco Akaboshi, known as the man-eating mushroom, is a wanted criminal archer whose arrows instantly grow mushrooms wherever they land. However, he is, in truth, a mushroom protector, a person who spreads fungi in order to enrich the land and return it to its previous state. Alongside the crab Akutagawa and young Dr. Milo Nekoyanagi, Bisco ventures through the wastelands of Japan searching for the legendary Sabikyu, a Panaxin mushroom said to devour all forms of rust. Panakin? I don't know, I can't read anymore. Leave me alone. So it turns out Natsu Dragoneel is going to be in it. One of the girls from Attack on Titan seems to be in it. Lulu, I think, is going to be in it from Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. I'm just saying, them three characters look like characters from different animes. Especially the guy there. He looks so like Natsu. It'll be out Monday, 10th of January, as action adventure fantasy done by Studio Oz. Yes, I will definitely be watching that. Defo, gotta be. Seems very interesting. Mushroom spores. Next, we've got Akabe Sailor Uniform. Akabe Komochi lives out in the countryside with her family. She's one entrance to the prestigious Urubaya Academy Middle School for girls, and now she wants only two things: to wear the school's sailor uniform and to make 100 friends. She wants to make 100 friends. I swear, I think there was an anime that came out this year. Oh god, and it had a girl in it as well. And there was a school, and her goal was to make 100 friends. Hey, look, I know other animes have, it's tropes. That's what it is. Usually animes have different tropes. This is literally just taking from Komi and going, yeah, she wants to make 100 friends. Then again, you can look at Eden Zero, and Shiki wants to make friends with everybody. What the hell's going on? Why does everyone in anime want to make friends with everybody? That's why do you want so many friends? I ain't got any. I got 0. It is out January 8, 2022. And it is done by Studio Cloverworks. Yes. School, slice of life, and anything done by Cloverworks, I'll always give a shot because I really enjoy Cloverworks' work. Girls Front Line. After the Third World War, nations devastated by biological warfare no longer have the ability to protect the wastelands. So the defense of these territories is left to private military companies like Griffin and Kruger, whose android soldiers or tactical dolls are tasked with fighting the rogue android army of Sangivis Ferry, now M4A1, the indecisive but potentially capable leader of the elite anti-ring team must protect her comrades in a series of operations to try and regain the upper hand against Sandwich's Ferry. Right, so it's military, hot babe androids fighting other hot babe androids for the world after the Third World War, and yeah, I guess that's kind of the gist of it. I might give it a shot. January 7th next year. Action drama and military sci-fi. Source is a video game, which I'm going to guess is probably a mobile game, because most animes that have the source of video game is usually a mobile game that's been fairly well received over in Japan. And usually a gacha game anyway. Now we have Kuroitsu-san from the Monster Development Department. Kuroitsu is an assistant researcher in the Superhuman Research and Development Department of Agastya, a villainous secret organization that battles with heroes who try to save the world. Kuroitsu lives a busy life in Agastya, caught between the absurd requests of her bosses making presentations, implementing new features into superhumans, and getting results within the allotted time, budget, and spec requests. All without vacation. Oh, no, that's not right. No vacation time. Dude, you get that place shut down. You get enough people to complain, you get that place shut down. Everyone needs vacation time. Paid vacation. It'll be out January 9th. And it is a comedy fantasy. It is done by Studio LiQWYD, another studio I haven't heard of. Oh, you know, it seems interesting enough. It's comedy. It'll be interesting. Comedy and monsters always go really well together. I like the poster. And is that Diablo in the back? Is that Diablo in the back of the poster? Next, we have Gensyo Sangokushi Tengen Reshinki. Doesn't have an English name, therefore it's so gay. The story of Gensyo Sangokushi Tengen Reshinki is set during the Three Kingdoms period in China, where various warlords and their armies attempted to conquer and unify the nation. The struggles of these mighty martial heroes attracts the attention of the Moyoru King, the monstrous sovereign of evil spirits who wishes to prolong the conflict and destroy the human world. To oppose the evil of the Moryu King, an organization called Tengen forms anti-Moryu armies that do battle all over China. But when the 6th anti-Moru Corps is suddenly wiped out, a ragtag band of Avengers is gathered to replace them and to form the new 6th anti-Moru Corps. Oh god, I never want to say that word again. Never. Not a hope. No, I'm shaking. It will be out Monday, 10th of January. Sources of video game. It's done by Studio Geek Toys. Yeah, again, it's one of them. I'll give it a shot. Oh yeah, what's the tags on this one? It's fantasy historical. Fantasy historical could be well done well. Police in a pod. Female police officer Kawa had enough of a career she wasn't even that into and was about to hand in her resignation when the unthinkable happened. She met the new female director of her station, and after spending a little time with this gorgeous Romal, Kawa realizes that maybe she isn't quite done being a police officer after all. Ooh, or is she more interested in getting to know the other officer? It is out January 5th, 2022. It is a comedy drama, please. Seinen slice of life. Of course, it's directed at, 18 to 30 year olds. Oh, good god, I'm a lot closer to 30 than I ever imagined. It's out the day after my birthday, too. We have Sasaki and Miyano. Miyano spends his days peacefully reading boy love comics and worrying about how girly his face is until a chance encounter leads to a scuffle with his senior Sasaki. Intrigued by his feisty junior Miyano, delinquent Sasaki uses every opportunity he can to get closer. Oh, girls, you're gonna love this one. You are gonna love that. And maybe some guys. Hell, not all girls are gonna love it, I guess. January 9th, 2022. It is comedy, romance, school, slice of life, done by Studio Dean. Well, we can all guess it's a boy love anime. Not my kind of thing, just not mine. You know, like, what was it? Given, Banana Fish. Type of animes I'm interested in. But, you know, if it does well, I hope it does. I hope it does well. If you are going to watch it, I hope you enjoy it. Nothing more to say. And now here we have Solo Loop. When Hiyori, a young girl whose deceased father taught her the joys of fishing, headed out to sea for some long time, she never thought that she would encounter another girl there. After a while, this girl named Koharu and her end up fishing and cooking together, and they get to know each other over a bit in the meantime. During their brief time together, Koharu finds out that the reason Hiyori went out to sea that day was because she's hesitant towards meeting her new stepfamily that same evening. But what a coincidence! Koharu is also meeting her new family tonight. No, it can't be a coincidence. Follow these two sisters and their new life together. Oh my god, what a coincidence! They both like fishing, they both met there, and they're both meeting new families. Why does it say two sisters? They're not sisters. They're gonna be meeting totally separate families. No, they're not. Yes, yeah, it's obviously a slice of life. I adore my slice of lives. It's literally just a slice of life. It's done by Studio Connect. It is out January 7th. I'm totally giving this a shot. And I'm guessing there's going to be quite a lot of fishing in it. That doesn't bother me. I'm not a big fisher myself. I don't eat fish or anything. So, but it's definitely going to be a very fun, enjoyable anime. And do I see a dark-skinned anime girl back there? I do. Totally giving it a shot. Slice of life, you just sit back, watch it, and just laugh your ass off at it. Slice of life is just like beyond peak. Slice of life is beyond peak. If you don't enjoy slice of life, then you don't enjoy your own life, I think. That's just it. Now for the sports fans, we have Futsal Boys. The franchise story is set in a world over a decade after the futsal has skyrocketed in global popularity. Protagonist Haru Yamato watches the championship of the Under-18s World Cup and is inspired by a Japanese player named Tokinari Tennoji. He joins the Koyo Academy High School's futsal team with the goal of becoming a player like Tennoji. There he finds friends and together they face their rivals. Source and release date is January 9, 2022. It is just genre sports done by Studio Diomeda. Studio was Medio. So yes, I think it's our first sports anime of 2022. It is Futsal Boys. I think the only sports anime I've ever watched is Bamboo Blade. Even though I have Haikyuu. I have Haikyuu there. There it is. Still haven't watched it. Next up, we have Tribe 9. Tribe Q. Haru Shirogane is a weak-minded person who is constantly bullied while Taiga has traveled from across the sea in hopes of becoming the strongest man in the world. One night, the two meet up with Shun Kamiya, the strongest XP extreme baseball player and leader of the Minato tribe. When they meet, each of the tribes scattered throughout Neo Tokyo are about... Oh, what? When they meet, each of the tribes scattered throughout Neo Tokyo are about to face a major threat. On the orders of the king of Neo Tokyo, Hotenshin, the Chiyoda tribe, led by the mysterious Ojoro Otori, has started to take control of all the tribes in the country. Their evil clutches are about to reach the Minato tribe. So it's the Minato tribe versus the rest of the country tribes. Versus Ojiro Otori. Extreme baseball. Like, does that mean like there's like thumbtacks and screws and razor sharp stuff on it? Very interested in what it could be. It is Monday, the 10th of January. It is Action Sports Studios, LiQWYD Films. Of course, it's freaking sports. When extreme baseball, I guess that makes sense. I will definitely be giving that a shot anyway. You made it sports and you made it extreme. And here we have Tokyo 24th Ward, an artificial island in Tokyo Bay, Kyokyuto Hori an artificial island in Tokyo Bay, Kyokyuto Horiyaya Tokubetsu Chikyu Far East Special District. Holy freaking crap. Commonly known as the 24Q 24th Ward. Childhood friends Ran Kyoki and Shuta, who were born and raised there, have different family backgrounds, hobbies, and personalities, but always hung out together. However, their relationship changes drastically in the wake of a certain incident. At the first anniversary memorial of the incident, three friends happen to meet again, and their phones begin to ring simultaneously. The phone call is from a supposedly dead friend, urging them to choose the future. The three will try to protect their beloved 24th Ward and the future of its people in their own ways. So, we are going to be... I'm guessing the girl behind them is the one that's ringing them. I guess she's dead. And then we got the three of them there. And I'm guessing three of them are going to go their own separate ways to try and protect the 24th Ward. And then in the end, they're going to come together and go, yeah, we should really have teamed up at the start. But we're twats. That is out 5th of January. It is done by CloverWorks. Again, I'll be giving it a shot. And there's no tags. It's an it's an original. There's no manga, no video game, nothing else. It's just from CloverWorks, and fair enough. Well, it's done by studio. It might be written by somebody else, obviously, but there's no actual manga, light novel, or game for it to go off. Very short one here. Q, based on an idle training mobile game produced by LiQWYD Entertainment. It is out January 6, 2022. A video game is the source, and it is done by two studios, Graphinica and Yumita Company. Alright, fair enough. I enjoy the music genre quite a bit. Yeah. Even though I don't really get through them all. But, yep. I'll give it a shot, especially if the music's good. If the music's good, I'll even get on my phone and I'll listen to that. And now we have Rusted Armors, the anime adaptation of Rusted Armors, a multimedia project that first started with a stage play and a manga adaptation. The project focuses on the relationship between the gun-toting Magoichi, who is the leader of the Saika Iki mercenary group, and the Sengoku era warlord Oda Nobunaga. Out January 9th. And it's done by... It doesn't say. Genres are action and... Genre is action and historical. It definitely doesn't say what studio is doing it. Ooh. Here we have, I guess, season 2. The next one of Sayuki Reload Zeroin. An adaptation of the Even a Warm story arc. The original is Sayuki Reload Blast. That's probably not even the original. It's probably one before. But it's out January 6, 2022. It is done by LiQWYD Films. Genre: action, adventure, comedy, demons, drama, josei, and supernatural. So ye women, oh yeah, you like ya dirty bitches. Again, I've never even heard of this. I haven't even heard of the one before it. So, oh well. We have another sports one! It's a Rayman's Club. Not Rayman, but Rayman. The story centers on Mikoto Shiratori, a child prodigy at badminton, but who never recovered from a major loss during a high school competition. Now he works in the sales department of the Sunlight Beverage Company, playing badminton on the side. Well, seems like he kind of got over it because he's playing badminton again. It is out January. Unknown date, done by LiQWYD Films. LiQWYD Films have quite a bit of work out of themselves, don't they? But there's sports anime, that's not bad. What, you've gotten 3 sports anime? We're already within winter. Sports fans are gonna be doing pretty well, I think. So, I know this is already out. I actually didn't know it was actually out yet. I actually thought, because Twitter was going on about, oh, the movie's out and everything, and they were showing this movie instead. That's all people were showing, and I was like, oh, alright, so the other one's not out yet. But yes, Jujutsu Kaisen 0, Sorcery Fight 0. Oh, that's what I mean, Sorcery Fight. Yuta Okotsu is a nervous high school student who is suffering from a serious problem. His childhood friend Rika has turned into a curse and won't leave him alone. Since Rika is no ordinary curse, his plight is noticed by Satoru Gojo, a teacher at Jujutsu High School, where fledgling exorcists learn how to combat curses. Gojo convinces Yuta to enroll, but can he learn enough in time to confront the curse that haunts him? And that is already out, of course. It was done by Mappa, and it is 105 minutes. That's an hour and 45 minutes. I still have to give that a watch. I do not rate Jujutsu Kaisen. I don't think it's as good as everyone says it is. You murder me in the comments if you want, but I enjoyed it. I think I enjoyed it a bit. It was good. Like I don't know if it's in the second season yet. I'm unsure about that. If it is, I'll definitely watch the first season again so I can watch the second season. Eternal 831. In the present day, the world is in turmoil due to an unprecedented disaster. A young man living in Tokyo, Suzushiro, has a secret he cannot tell anyone. Don't we all have secrets we can't tell anyone? What makes them so special? That secret is that he can stop the time around him despite his thoughts. One day he meets a girl named Nazuna who has the same power. When he learns that she is being used in a crime, he impulsively reaches out to help her. That is going to be released January 30th. And there is no source, it's just an original, and it'll be done by Studios Craftar. I will definitely be checking that out. I wonder how it happens. Does he stop time and she's still able to move because she has the same power? Is that how he's able to figure that out? Or does she stop time and he's still moving around? Or do neither one of them stop time and they just haven't bumped into each other? I'm very curious about that, so I will definitely be giving this movie a watch. Demo Memorial Keys. A girl who fell from the skies and lost her past Demo, who plays the piano all alone in the world of the treehouse, an accidental encounter between the two. The music flows as the fingers hit the piano keys. The start of a fairy tale journey has begun. Before turning to leave, don't forget to say one last goodbye. Oh, Demo! It's from a video game. You can get it on PlayStation. Alright, because I looked at the gameplay, I'm like, if it's just me pressing buttons to play, music, I'm not really into that, like the Miku games and everything, just any musical games where you're just mashing buttons. Guitar Hero that was cool, but otherwise, not that big into it as a game, but as a movie, I'd probably give that a shot. It is out February 25th, as I said, source is a video game, 89 minutes, that's an hour 29. I guess that also includes the opening and ending. And it is done by Studio Signal MD. Genre is drama, fantasy, and music. Goodbye! DonGlees. The story centers on the two boys. The story centers on the two boys named Ruma and Toto. The boys meet when Ruma moves from Tokyo to the countryside, which he cannot grow accustomed to. But when he meets Toto down in Africa, They become a duo, naming themselves DonGlees. Eventually, Toto was supposed to move out to Tokyo for school, but on the summer of their first year of high school, they meet Drop, a new addition to DonGlees, who invites them to view the world from above. Sorry, I was looking at the art there. Where was I? When Ruma and Toto follow Drop, they become involved in a forest fire that gets blamed on them and go off in search of a missing drone that has evidence of their innocence. A small incident becomes an important life-changing journey that culminates in Iceland. What the? Oh my god, yes! I totally gotta watch that. Just out of nowhere, and then it culminates in Iceland. It's like, how? How does that happen? Alright, and it looks aesthetically pleasing. I like that. Very nice. That's it. And it'll be out February 18th. Original source is Adventure Fantasy. It's done by Studio Mouse. So definitely gonna be giving that a shot. Blue Thermal. Tamaki Suru, a freshman at Tamaki Suru, a freshman at Aonagi University, was overzealous about volleyball when she was in high school. Following a romantic rejection due to being an athletic girl, she joined the tennis club in college to be less athletic. One day, she accidentally hits Daisuke with a tennis ball as he was transporting a glider, causing damage to it. Tamaki was charged with repair costs of 2 million yen, but as she couldn't pay the amount, she joined Sports Association Aviation Club as a helper. Wow, 2 million yen. I know it's about a few €100,000. Come off, no way. No way. That's too much. That's too much. That's 15,000 euro. What's like transporting a glider? Your man was transporting a glider while in the school. Did the school pay out 15,000 euro for that? I don't know a school in the world that would pay out that money for a freaking glider. Like, come on. It's out March 2022. It's drama and sign-in. The studio is Telecom Animation Film. I might give it a shot. Might. Doesn't seem any reason. Doesn't grasp me in any way, but worth giving it like 15-20 minutes of my time. How long is it on for? Sources of manga. Yeah, there's no time for it. And for us Bang Dream fans, the final episode of the third season of Bang Dream Anime revealed on Thursday that the franchise is getting three films in the next 2 years. Bang Dream Poppin Dream is slated to open in 2022. Third season. Did I not watch the third season or something? Did I miss that? Fair enough. It is out January 1st. Alright, so that's delivery this Saturday. Saturday, 1st of January. Yup. Okay. Space Battleship Yamato 2205, the new Voyage Part 2, Stasha Star Blazers, the second film in a duology of Uchu Senkan Yamato 2205 Aratanaru Tabidachi. It is out February 4th, 2022. It's an original, and it is done by Studio Satellite. Jesus Christ, I'm tired. Satellite. Genre is action, drama, military, sci-fi, space. So that is it for what is coming out in winter of anime. Definitely a few good ones, especially for continuations and for just ending it. I know Attack on Titan is going to take over any twit anyway, and I also think World's End Harem will definitely have a lot of screenshots on any twit and everything. Now, I'm not ecstatic about any of these, but for definite Rust Eater Bisco, yeah, that caught my attention. And I'll be definitely looking forward to that more than the others. But of course, I want to know, what anime will you guys be watching? What will you not be watching? Leave them down in the comments below. Let's have a conversation. Want to know why you're going to be watching something, why you're not going to be watching it as well. Let's keep this ball rolling. That's it from me, BDB. I will see ye later.